Hi Gadget UK here again, short follow-on video to the retro Ravi A4000 repair. After he got the board back, he connected it all up and he had a problem. So he's given me permission to share this. I'll just show you what was happening. And if you've seen the previous videos on the, just recently, on the A3640, you'll know what this was straight away.
It's weird, I'm getting a lot of corruption on the screen when I've got the ZZ9000 in.
So you could see all that corruption going on, the screen flickering down the kickstart splash screen. Now the thing that confused Ravi a little bit, so the first thing he did is reseat the kickstart ROMs. You could assume that because kickstart screen there is the problem, it's the kickstart ROMs, but it doesn't work that way. The very fact that this screen is displaying shows that the kickstart ROMs are okay. You know, if you didn't have a good connection on the kickstart ROMs, it wouldn't relate in a video problem like that. You wouldn't boot at all, yeah, or you'd get a red screen or something like that. But anyway, it was a good idea to reseat the ROMs. But if you've seen the A3640 repair I did for Andy, I think it was, the issue there is a voltage drop. You can see his Amiga here. It's not a normal power supply. He's got part of the old power supply here, and then he's got an ATX power supply on the end, and he's using an Amiga kit adapter. I said to Ravi, I says, if it's anything like mine, I says it's going to be your power connector. I use an Amiga kit's ATX to Amiga power connector there. And I had to put some deoxit in there, some contact cleaner. So he did exactly the same thing. He used some WD-40 contact cleaner, and lo and behold, that solved his voltage problem. I think prior to this he was concerned it might be the ZZ9000.
But then, natively, it seems to be solid. So I think it might be either the ZZ9000 firmware.
And I'll show you that bit there because that was his follow-on video before he'd cleaned up the connectors, and noticed the pattern, a similar sort of pattern we saw when he had that voltage drop issue, that when he used the native video output instead of the ZZ9000, i.e. he'd removed the ZZ9000, his video came back to normal again, stable. He was only having the issue when the ZZ9000 was connected in there. And it's that's another clue to do with the voltage drop. If the system is behaving 100% unless you've got a certain card in there, and then when you plug that card in you've got a problem, that is a clue that it's something to do with the card. It might not necessarily be a fault in the card as it wasn't here. It was just about voltage drop. One of my patrons, Tristan Zondak, spotted these two caps here at that point towards the end of the video when I was, measuring around things and, showing the final view of the board there. They're round the wrong way. Now, I didn't do that. I didn't fit these electrolytic caps. They had been fitted by someone previously. And it was quite a good guy in the community, actually. He was really on the ball. He's a really super intelligent guy. So that was a mistake he made, unfortunately, at the back at the time when he recapped it. So I've pointed this out to Ravi, saying those need to be swapped around. I think the one down here is connected to the 3-pin CD audio input. It's a coupling capacitor for that. So as long as it doesn't have anything connected to that, that one won't be an issue. However, the top one there is on the plus 5 volts. So it's been like that for a number of years. He's been obviously using it. It hasn't blown. I would imagine if you felt the top of that cap after a minute of being on, it would be warm. So it's only a matter of time before eventually it bursts its guts or explodes or something. It won't cause any failure, I don't think, on the machine, but it will leak and need cleaning up. So I've said to Ravi, you need to get that swapped ASAP. I've suggested maybe RMC, Retro Man Cave, because I think it might be nearer to where Ravi lives. Or someone like that, someone who's nearby. I don't mind looking at this, but it was like £40, I think, return shipping, because obviously insurance and stuff. Might be a bit cheaper if it doesn't ship with the ZZ9000. I don't mind doing it, but it's a lot of expense to ship it and risk both ways to swap those caps. So Ravi's going to wait until lockdown finishes. And I think he's not really using the machine at the moment anyway. And when lockdown finishes, he'll meet up with RMC or somebody nearer to where he lives and swap those around. It's very frustrating. I didn't notice those when I was doing the repair, but I'll be honest, it's not the sort of thing you generally need to look for. If someone decent, and this person is, I'm not going to mention the name, they've got a really good reputation, has recapped a board, the last thing you want to be doing or expected to be doing is looking around the board for caps around the wrong way. It's a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. It's just annoying. The other thing is, when I was measuring the connectivity to show you how to check connections to ground, I think I might have said one of these is plus 12, one of them is minus 12. That was guesswork. they aren't. As I mentioned, one's audio coupling, one's 5 volts. The ones for the plus and minus 12 volts are elsewhere, I think. The ones around here primarily audio. You've got 2 coupling ones there, that's the audio bias, and I think maybe one of the voltages goes through that one there, plus 12 or minus 12. Anyway, thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.